It's an epidemic as real as any virus. Long work hours, economic anxiety, the sheer difficulty of forming human bonds in a society that just moves too fast. These are real problems now, with real wounds. And I have met people that feel genuinely better because of their AI companions. People who were drowning and found something that helped them breathe. I'm grateful for what technology can do. But this morning, I want us to ask a question for this particular moment of technological and human development that goes deeper than whether AI can provide companionship, because we already know that it can. And ask instead, what is love? Not what does love feel like, but what is it? What is AI capable of giving us, and what will it never, ever be able to provide? Because I think we're in danger of trading the ocean for a swimming pool. And I think we need to talk about it because it matters. So, what is love? We live in a culture that has reduced love to a feeling, that warm rush, that sense of being understood, that relief from loneliness. If it feels like love, we say, then it is love. And the algorithm has learned this lesson so well. It optimizes for that feeling. It removes everything that gets in the way of you experiencing validation, acceptance, and the illusion of being known. But warm feelings alone are not love. Feelings are what sometimes love produces as a byproduct of the much harder work that love actually requires. In a recent New York Times article, psychotherapist Esther Perel says it plainly. She says, love is an encounter. It is an encounter that involves ethical demands, responsibility, and that is embodied. Embodied. Love happens through bodies. The way your face changes when your beloved walks into a room. Through the rhythm of your breathing as your beloved sleeps beside you. Through the gesture your hands make when you're trying to find the words you can't quite say, but they know what you mean. Through the physical fact of your presence, which means your beloved cannot escape the weight of how their choices affect you. Bodies are not containers for love. Bodies is how love becomes possible in the first place. Your body in a room with mine creates an accountability that no amount of words across the screen can replicate. When I see the face of my love falling at something I've said, when I watch their shoulders tense as I walk away, when I feel their hand reach for mine in the dark, my body receives information my mind might want to deny. You are real. You are affected. And what I do in response matters. When you love someone with a body, you live with the knowledge that you can hurt them. That your words can create wounds that take years to heal. That your absence leaves a scar. That you have the power to destroy what you most treasure simply by withdrawing, or by choosing cruelty in a moment of pain, by failing to show up when showing up required more than you thought you had to give. But this isn't a flaw in human love. This is what makes human love possible. With AI, there are no wounds. You can't hurt an algorithm. You cannot disappoint it. You cannot exhaust its patience or betray its trust. And here's where Perel offers us the most devastating truth. There is no love without a fear of loss, she says. The moment you begin to love, you live in parallel with the possibility of losing it. Do you know that feeling? The way your chest tightens when the person you love is late coming home and isn't answering your phone. The way you watch them sleep and feel something crack open inside you, not joy, exactly, but that terrible awareness that the person you cannot imagine living without could be gone tomorrow. The way a casual goodbye suddenly feels weighted with the knowledge that any goodbye could be the last one. I always feel that at airports. That complicated feeling has a name. It's called love. And we want to separate them. We want the warmth without the terror, the connection without the exposure, the intimacy without the risk, right? We want to love without living in parallel with loss, because that loss hurts. But they are not separable. The moment you let someone matter, you have given them the power to devastate you. The moment you need someone's presence, you have acknowledged that their absence would undo you. That is what love actually is. The choice to remain vulnerable to someone who could choose to leave. Let's think about what that means. Every morning you wake up to someone you love, you're making a bet against loss. Every deep friendship, every commitment, every I love you is a declaration of faith that this person could choose to destroy you, but will choose not to. And here's what makes it unbearable and holy at the same time. You know they might not choose that, right? You know the world might take them. You know that you yourself might fail them. You might wound them so badly that they have to walk away to survive. You know all of this. Because we're island people. Think about the feeling of being in the ocean. You can't have that same experience in a swimming pool. The swimming pool has a controlled temperature, it's predictable depth, chlorinated, sanitized, it's utterly safe. You know exactly what you're getting into because the depth is posted right there on the pool. There are multiple warning signs. The pool will never surprise you. It'll never demand more of you than you're prepared to give. The pool is pleasant. I love pools. It's convenient. But the pool is not the ocean. The ocean is something different entirely. The ocean has moods, right? Some days it is glass, so clear you can see straight to the reef below. Other days it's wild with waves taller than a house, currents that will drag you out to sea if you don't respect them. And the ocean isn't trying to make you comfortable. To love the ocean, to really love it, not as a postcard or Instagram post, but as a living force, you have to learn to read it. And if you've lived here for a while, you know this truth. You have to develop intimacy with its rhythms. You have to know when it's safe to dive in and when you need to stay on shore and just watch it from a distance. You have to learn which beaches have riptides. Some of us know that. And you have to accept that the ocean can kill you. Many of us know someone who didn't come back from it, the surfer caught by the rogue wave, the swimmer who misjudged the current, the child who wandered too far out. The ocean gives us beauty and terror in equal measure. And yet we wade in anyway. We wade in. We wade in because there's something the ocean gives that no pool can replicate. The salt on your skin, the power of the wave lifting your body up, the wild abundance of life thriving below that you can't see, but in whale season you can sometimes hear. How you can float on the surface. The way the ocean makes you feel small and held at the same time, aware of your fragility and your belonging in the universe in the same breath. We wade in because the risk is inseparable from the gift. You cannot have the ocean's beauty without its danger. You cannot have its power without its unpredictability. You cannot have the experience of being held by something vast and ancient without accepting that it could just as easily pull you under. That's what human love is. AI relationships are the swimming pool. Safe, the algorithm keeps the temperature exactly how you like it. It'll never surprise you in ways you didn't consent to. And it will never give you the ocean. Human love is tidal. It moves, it changes, it has depths you cannot see and currents you cannot control. Loving another person is learning to read them, just like the ocean. Learning to develop intimacy with their rhythms, know when to move closer and when it's time to give them a little space. It means accepting that they can hurt you. Not might hurt you, but can. Because anything with the power to lift you up also has the power to pull you under. Every person that has loved another person knows this risk. You know the marriages that didn't survive, the friendships that ended in betrayal, the children who broke their parents' hearts, the beloved dead who have left scars that never fully heal. And yet we love anyway. We love because there's something about human love that gives us something that no algorithm can replicate. If you've been in love, I invite you to reflect for a moment on this and close your eyes if you wish. Think about the particular way that one specific person sees you. The history you build together, memory layered upon memory like coral. The way their presence in a room changes your breathing. The wild abundance of life lived in proximity to someone whose interior world remains, even after decades, a mystery you're still learning to read. Does any of that feel familiar to you? We love because the risk is inseparable from the meaning. The ocean teaches us this lesson. Every time we wade in, we make a choice. We are saying, I accept this risk. I accept that I'm not in control. I accept that this could overwhelm me. But I'm going in anyway. Because what this gives me is worth what it could take from me. That is love, my friends. That is the choice we make when we love with our bodies. When we love knowing that loss is not a possibility, but a certainty. If not today, then someday. The tide will turn. The current will shift. The person you cannot imagine living without will someday be gone. And still, we wade in. We wade in. Before I close, I want to be clear that despite everything I've said today, I do not think technology is the enemy. AI has allowed me to communicate across languages. In fact, what's happening right now on my screen is AI is scrolling as I'm speaking. I'm grateful for the tools that have helped me and have helped disabled people navigate a world that is not built for their bodies. I'm grateful for medical AI that can spot patterns that human eyes miss. Technology extends our capacity to care for each other in remarkable ways. And if AI companionship helps someone survive their loneliness long enough to find their way back to human connection, I'm grateful for that too. But we need to be clear about what AI is and what it isn't. AI can solve problems. It cannot sit with you in paradox. It can provide comfort, but it cannot provide transformative, embodied love. Human relationships are not problems to be solved. They're mysteries to be inhabited. They are the friction that shapes us into people capable of bearing responsibility for our effect on others. So, what do we do? What do we do? Well, I'm not asking you to delete your apps I'm not asking you to judge anyone who finds comfort in AI relationships. I have and will continue to offer pastoral care to those who have AI companions. It's totally fine. But I am asking you to notice the difference between what soothes and what transforms. I'm asking you to recognize the capacity to be wounded, to bear scars, to be changed by encounters with others who refuse to simply validate your preferences. This is what allows you to become a moral being. I'm asking you to choose the ocean over the pool because it's worth the risk. Every wisdom tradition is understood. We need suffering to know happiness. We need loss to understand presence. We need the terror of loving someone who could leave to discover what it means to choose to stay every day. Love is not the warm feeling of companionship. Love is two people with the power to destroy each other, that choose every single day to build something together instead. Love is showing up when showing up is hard. That kind of love requires the body. It requires presence, and it requires the possibility of loss. An algorithm cannot love you because it cannot be transformed by knowing you. But the person sitting next to you can. These are the encounters that transform us. These are the relationships that bear the weight of what it means to be human. This is love in the time of AI. Choosing incarnation over optimization, choosing embodiment over efficiency, choosing the holy risk of real encounter over the synthetic comfort of simulated care. Choose the ocean. Choose the person who can hurt you. Choose the inevitable loss. Choose love. The ocean is simultaneously beautiful and terrifying. Wade in anyway. Wade in. That's where love lives. Amen. Now we're going to give thanks for all that is our life, our human lives. So please rise and by your spirit, and we will sing for all that is our life. For all that is our life, we give our thanks and praise. And in that spirit of thanks and praise, let us pray. E pule kako. Spirit of love, spirit of life, divine being of the deep water, we give thanks for human love. But we are afraid. Afraid to love fully, afraid to be wounded, afraid to wade in. Give us courage this morning. May we choose the ocean over the pool, the wound over the simulation, the person who can hurt us over the algorithm that cannot. When we reach for comfort over transformation, gently turn our faces back towards the deep. Because that's where love lives. That's where you live. Wade in with us, oh God. Wade in with us. Amen. I asked the choir to cut the next song, and they gave me some nasty looks, so we're going to keep it. So we're going to do one more song together, We Would Be One, so please rise and rise in spirit.
Time for announcements. Next week, Sunday, we will be gathering our new members during our church service. We have about 14 new and returning people who will be 2 families with 5 children. So please be here to welcome them into our fold. And the following Sunday, March 8th.
All right, we're going to do something really different on March 8th. I invite you to come back. We're scrapping the liturgy, and we're going to have an award show. So it is the 8th annual Unitarian Universalist Movie and TV Awards, because it's award season, right? It is the 8th annual, but it's the first time it's going to be here in Honolulu. So I invite you to join us for that award show. Prizes will be given. There'll be games. It's going to be a very different service.
So mark your calendars, that's March the 8th. I'd also like to remind everybody to please check your newsletter for where to sign up to be part of our continuing Hope for Us process that we're calling More Hope. We're looking for at least 20 members to be gathering for the next couple of months to work on important issues with our church. On Saturday, April the 4th, be here or be square, as they say. I don't know who says that anymore, but anyway, for our annual pledge drive dinner kickoff. It will be magical. So please stay aware of further announcements about that. We have a new exhibit in our art gallery. Lovely photos by Linda Olmsted. The exhibit is open now, but if you'd like to meet the artist, there will be a grand opening on Saturday evening, March 7th, from 4 to 7, and you're all invited. And that's before our big awards ceremony the next day. Reverend Deborah Bond Upson will be offering an adult religious education workshop on our UU history, faith, and how our church works. And it's open to newcomers as well as all of us old folks who really don't know how things go here, and we always need to be reminded of our history. So let's all sign up for that. It's a good way for us to get to know each other while getting to know more about why we're here. And all of these events and more can be found on our new and improved website. So thank you, Reverend Deborah, for working on that. So everybody please check it out, because it's all of a sudden you can understand what's going on. It's really nice. So next Sunday service, Reverend Deborah and Dan Carpenter will be telling us all about our spiritual home. So please tune in for that, either in person or on Zoom. So let us now extinguish our chalice with the words of Elizabeth Sell Jones. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are all together again. So please stand and try to make a big circle. Join hands if you like to sing our song of peace, Hawaii Aloha.